Frenzy now and bring back Craig Button. Craig, we're 6.5 hours into this frenzy. Not as much of a frenzy right now. The top two guys on the board are still available. Let's start with Alex Pietrangelo. Now, based on where things sit right now, where do you think the best fit is for him?
Well, I mean, when you're talking about one of the NHL's best defensemen, I mean, he would fit anywhere. But, you know, salary cap considerations have to be taken under consideration. So let's look at it. I still believe the St. Louis Blues are the best fit for Alex Pietrangelo. He knows how good they are. They know how good he is. Maybe it's just a case of having to explore the market and understand exactly what the circumstances are vis-a-vis dollars and term. But if it's not St. Louis, I would say the Vegas Golden Knights. They trade Paul Stastny. They can absolutely use a number one defenseman like Pietrangelo, and they perhaps could fit him in. And you also look at other teams that might be in the mix, but those are the two teams that I think lead the way.
All right, well, same question for Taylor Hall now. Which team that can afford him, an important distinction, do you think would be the best landing spot for Hall?
Well, I think there's one more thing to add to that too, Rod, is that Taylor Hall is open to a shorter-term contract. So I begin right there with the Colorado Avalanche, and maybe it's something like what Marian Hossa did in 2008. A very similar time. The worldwide recession was on. The salary cap was flat. There was some uncertainty. He signed the one-year deal, and then he signed the long-term deal. You know, got into a great situation in Detroit. I think that could happen in Colorado. Now, failing that, you can see that the Columbus Blue Jackets are clearing a lot of space. The way they play, the way Taylor Hall plays, it's a nice fit. And who's to say that the Carolina Hurricanes couldn't be that type of a fit for Taylor Hall as well? The other teams that don't have the cap flexibility, like the Boston Bruins, they'd love to have him. But I think there's going to have to be a lot of maneuvering if they wanted to be serious about signing him. So it would come down to Carolina, Columbus, and Colorado for me.
Our director of scouting, Craig Button. Thanks for this, Craig.